tribal land with complete isolated autonomy within tribal land. So it's literally a political and geographical sandbox. What I think you really could use is a platform on which to prove this. And that is what we have. What I love is, like, when you talk about UBI, to me, UBI is a secret end goal of the whole project that we're working on. Yeah, we're going to build a token economy. We're going to do supply chain transparency. That's how we're going to generate money for them to self-govern. We'll create the first ever Web3 ecosystem, first Web3 ever government, not just governance, but an actual Web3 government. And from there, we will prove our concept without question, and it will then be a product that we can roll out across the world, making us the World Bank. Essentially, what I want that to lead to actually links back to your user-owned data conversation from before. When you allow people to own their own data, and when we look at The Economist in 2017 saying that data is already the most valuable resource on the planet, why are we not leveraging the value of data to give people that value to utilize towards UBI? I don't think UBI goes enough. I don't think abundance goes far enough. Where we should be aiming for is that people can afford to retire at a realistic, like, respectable age based upon their lifetime accumulation of generalized data, so that they can then leverage that and put that back in the system and go and retire afterwards. And what our project offers is a platform where we can prove that, like an actual real world proof of concept for an entire community.
I love what you're saying, and the thing about it is we'll be with Trump. You can take a look at the tweet that just came out. This is if you guys, I don't think that this is going to go far as politics immediately right away. This could be a surprise from Brock. I don't know that conversation yet, but I do know if you take a look at Donald Trump Jr.'s tweet.
Absolutely going to go political. Right?
I know. I'm just.
This is the first time that both sides are talking about digital assets. Brock ran for president, for Christ's sake, 4 years ago. Remember how political he is.
Johnny,
okay, just clearing that up.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to give Johnny some props, actually, Christine.
It won't matter what red or blue you're talking to. This is all green. They see green. They see power structures. They're going to ask you, Ryan, how do I own it? And you're going to go, yeah, you don't. You just participate in the system. They're going to go, no, but I want to own it. And then eventually you're going to have what I found out. They're going to go, yeah, I don't like that. I want you to disinvent that. And I'm going to go, yeah, that's not going to happen.
The cat's out of the bag already.
Why you do it in tribal Honduras. That's why you
have to watch your back. At that point, you have to watch your back. And you will need political allies like Brock Pierce. What you're doing is the natural evolution of things. And as Johnny knows, my secret ultimatum for everything I do at Continuum is also related to UBI. I want a legal regulatory framework for all of these things. That is what I have been tackling for these 7 years. But you're walking into the same stage of the political landscape and teaching them what digital assets are, and I'm really excited to be supporting you with that. So
yeah, thank you. I wanted to call you.
It will be political, and that is a good thing. We want to educate everyone right now.
Yeah,
everyone is starting from square one. Assume they know nothing. You really have to check in with everyone and go, like, so how much do you know about digital assets? And, like, let that be your guidance.
Right. Yeah, and I really want.
I'm stealing. It's not red, blue. It's green. Like, I'm sorry. That's in my narrative now forever. That's
You're welcome. I would love the whole world to recognize that, but I don't make the rules. I just make the rules at Continuum.
Johnny.
But on that mindset where you followed on from there was like, well, they're all going to want to own it. That's why you need a sandbox like Tribal Honduras, where they can't own it, and they also can't stop it, and they also can't get in the way. That's like that's really the
Johnny,
uniqueness.
Not to cut you off, but I believe I have something really good to add here. Is I like the fact that what I would recommend is this community that you're in to make an app, whatever this and the app is about the policy making of that area, and this app ties into Candao, so you can reap the benefits, the financial benefits of absolutely everything, and you can just stick to the politics within your community, the decision making, and make that a mock model for other communities moving forward. That'd be really, really appreciated right there. Okay, because
Uh-huh.
I mean that it's not gonna that I don't foresee that happening overnight for the United States, for example. Do I see it happening overnight for a universal abundance income, the money part of it rolling in? And when we live in the social media capital of the world, and you got loudmouths like in a good way, voicing their opinion, and we all know what's right and wrong, and stuff, and where the crypto market's going, and Brock knows, and like he just said, this is going to be known. We've got two videos, a 4-minute video and a 7-minute video. And you gentlemen should watch these because it's 11 minutes total. You're going to make more money off, anyone in the world will make more money off those two videos than they would sit in a college chair, desk for 4 years. Like my UW education is like lunch money compared, like not even that, maybe a sushi, I'm just joking. You know what I'm saying? Like how much money is going to roll into a system like this? Okay, so I highly encourage you to watch the 4-minute video and the 7-minute video. Give your undivided attention. It's going to blow the serotonin up through your freaking brain, and your skin's going to stand on end. And good luck sleeping more than 3 hours a night, because that's all I have to sleep now, and I feel like a freaking rock star.
Where are those videos again? Sorry.
We'll make sure you get those videos immediately here. They're absolutely beautiful.
And I'll set you guys up a private WhatsApp chat. Let me get that set up here for you guys while you're still chatting.
You said you're in Bellevue, right? Because I'm down. I'm in south of Lakewood, right by JBLM.
He's here in Seattle. I'm telling you, everything is happening in Seattle, Johnny Rigby. Everything is happening here in Seattle.
I'm going to Puerto Rico. I'll be in Thailand after this, for September to October. Then I'm coming back for a few. We can get back. I'll be home in town for 2 weeks, see my my daughters and stuff. And then I'm going to go back down and be living with Brock basically down in Puerto Rico, because we're going to be onboarding in. There's so much money coming to Puerto Rico, and paying attention to which apps coming on the platform can collaborate best and stuff like this. Like tying a real estate app. My friend created Redfin, for example. He sold Redfin for a ton of money. You know what I'm saying? That, how does that, a model like that, real estate tie and integrate into a rental app, for example? You see what I'm saying?
Well, I think it could go beyond rental and into I genuinely believe that they're connected, that people will meet the people they want to be their communities online in Web3. They will then take that to physical communities. And one thing we're very keen to offer, we've actually already partnered with a company called GeoShip, who build geodesic domes that are like 500 years sustainable, and they offer also manufacturing plants for local workers, which is totally on our narrative. We believe that a fractionalized ownership with a minimum percentage buy-in of maybe 12.5%, for people to live a more free, nomadic lifestyle where they can communicate with their friends and with their Web3 engaged communities they've already built. Like, we have that ready and locked and loaded to go as well. Like, hey, you can even build and design within regulations like your own communities online with the people you've met, and we will create them for you in real life in a factualized ownership real estate model as well.
So if Dean, you want to ask a question at all? A comment?
Yeah, I was you were talking about Web3 social media.
Yes.
And building a platform.
It's already built.
It's already built. Oh, cool. Have you seen Farcaster and Degen on the?
We've studied every single project all the way out to what Vitalik is just talking about. It all comes down to a monetized social network and a few key factors here. Okay, and then you have to have some really good marketing, because when you see no videos out there are going to even come close to what we have out there, there's just something magical about these videos. I mean, please send me, Dean. I would love to see if you got a good video on those, because I don't know that much about them, but my co-founder, they studied every single model for 20 years. So I don't know all the ins and outs of that right there, but I tell you this: only one of these platforms has the master patent for augmented reality moving forward to the metaverse. So those guys are gonna be like stopped right there and be like, okay, and you know what I'm saying? Like, goodbye.
Social media and augmented reality they're not required to be aligned with each other.
Well, would you, in the future, not to cut you off, Dean, but I'm tired of being on a whole bunch of apps. I want to be on the one that makes me the most money, and I want to contribute to that, and I want to have the best technology and the most well-known people. You're talking Brock Pierce, who's like the king of crypto worldwide, in my opinion, in this technology. So, I mean, the best team's going to win.
Oh no, I was just thinking about like the leverage with augmented reality. I don't know if
I promise you. I
there's
promise
a
you.
lot there. Like I just don't. I've been in that space for a while. I've used it professionally for my industry. And my background is in architecture, and we use virtual reality, augmented reality, all those different things. I see it in social media. I don't know if I've never seen an application of it which transforms the space to where it like it's required to engage in the space. So far, it's an enhancement, but like when it comes to that type of technology, it's not required.
Well,
You know,
it definitely is not required. Nothing's really required. But when you have something so badass and so much income is pouring to the people, the whole psychology of the user changes. For example, we could sell virtual signs of companies. You're like, hey, there's a sign, we sell an advertising sign in the augmented reality space above Microsoft. And when people click through their phone, it takes them on that sign, it takes them straight into where a coffee shop has a sale on coffee that day, which accepts our cryptocurrency. Hey, coffee, 25% off today. And they can pop that AR sign up right there. There's so many uses. So I think it's hard to go ahead and I'm not, I appreciate what you're saying, but I think that just because it's never been done, you said you've seen augmented reality when it comes to social platforms. I've never seen it in the mainstream. That's why I was trying to bring it to Twitter. I thought Elon would figure out the potential of it.
Yeah.
But it just didn't happen.
I think also like it's never a linear line, and the rate of progression is far too fast to sort of look at it unilaterally. Sorry, my battery's running low. I think what we need to be thinking about is something a little bit more abstract and a merging and a blending of ideas and technologies and sort of engagement that will lead us to a product that's maybe a little bit more abstract than where we think it's going.
Right.
And in that sense, I think it's a far more part of a bigger, more complex system than just what we're talking about right now.
Yeah. So I love this. The saying collaboration is the new competition. I love that right there, because a lot of times these companies never take in consideration that they can grab this technology, and the technologies we're talking about, are very, very high value, right? You get the core created. Those are the technologies I put together. I say that humbly. Now we have the snowball rolling, and everyone is going to attach on. It's going to be a whirlwind. What do you think will happen? Donald Trump comes out. Junior comes out tomorrow. On the 9th when I'm in town, and they talk about how they just took all the blockchains in the world and just put into a social media platform after Donald Trump has been censored for his entire lifetime. What do you think the world is going to be like? What is this? They're just going to want in for freedom. What do you think, Christina? Hello.
Social discovery and correction as it is a technology, because that's the fucking point. And that video really reminded me of that, which is really good. It's really easy to lose sight of that end goal at times. Yeah.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. That's
sorry, I went on a whole.
That's why I was saying, higher levels of consciousness once we get on the same page
Right.
all together. Dean, what do you think, brother?
Yeah, I mean, the user-owned data is huge. The social media app is on Web3, right?
That's correct.
How do we get the app?
Well, you want to just use the web version here for a few more weeks. We also have a TikTok version that's going to be out in 2.5 weeks also. That's a TikTok meets crowdfunding also within it, built in. The special features like that, I can give you the pitch deck on this. This is freaking beautiful, guys. I mean, we've got 25 programmers so far where we're at right now. I can show you guys the social grid and everything. I want to walk you through using MetaMask to sign up for now, and then just until I feel comfortable about the security of the mobile app. So we're just sticking to MetaMask, but we want to make sure that you're coded. So you guys we're friends for life. You're gonna need a code. If you go to candao.io, you'll see some of the information and stuff, and I'll make sure you guys have everything. Okay.
I think I do want to jump in because one thing that I hadn't processed that I was trying to process when I spoke a minute ago. Can you imagine the result of like a sandbox like we have in Honduras where they don't even have phones yet, but we're gonna get them online, but introduce them for the first time to technology within Web3, and they're not tainted by the history of everything that's going before it.
Yeah, I was
Can
a
you
version of that
imagine,
bullshit right there, right?
My mind is fucking blown.
Johnny.
What does that create if you have a pure, untainted community that is introduced to this as their first stepping stone?
Johnny, it's like when the
I
white
can't.
person
I'm
goes into
literally
the
like,
jungle. It's like the white person goes into the jungle, to the to the tribe. But you know what's cool, guys, is we have the technology. I'll share with you. It's called Zeta, Zeta, and I'll send you the pitch deck and the people on the board of our company. This is one of the companies, United. Okay, the board of the company has won like Nobel Peace. Like there's an award. I had no idea. Just in the communication things sector every year, this guy has won every single freaking award. Okay, we're talking like 10 what do you call this? Storage, 10 no, what do you call this?
Yeah, 10 terahertz.
No, that's frequency. I'm talking about storage space. You call it
Talking about
terabytes.
terabytes, petabytes.
Yeah.
Petabytes.
When you see what we have, that we're selling all the technology through our social media platforms. So let's say it's $1,000 for a certain kind of thing right there, and it's we put 500 back in commission back to the people. So you don't have to go ahead and buy that to be qualified like in a network marketing company. You have to buy $130 of protein every month or like this. Whenever anything sells, it brings your attention to it because you're like, whoa, where'd that money come from? Whoa, that's that thing that's spreading the internet across the globe right there and giving it's going to spread like hotcakes, right? And it's mining data and turning and that's just another form of income that's going into the whole entire dealy bob. It's going to be crazy. Like this,
I'm just checking in. Have you guys, has everyone met Charlene Nichols? Has Charlene had a chance to chime in yet?
Hi, Charlene. I think I may have dropped an F-bomb and I didn't know a new woman is here, did I?
She and I are familiar with the F-bomb. Charlene is my technical leader for the metaverse, for the Continuum portfolio and the platform we're standing on here that has our backbone of our virtual meetups. So I'm really excited for you to meet her, Ryan.
Yes, nice to meet you, Charlene, if you're there. Didn't seem like it.
I saw she came off mute, but Charlene, we can't hear you. I don't know if the connection might be bad.
Well, okay.
She's doing a cycle. Yep, exactly. She'll be right back.
You guys,
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Here we go.
Hi, Charlene.
There you are.
Oh, yeah, no, I watched both of your videos. I found them very intriguing. I think we're all starting to identify the same problem. And what's interesting is there's a lot of different solutions to this problem. And I think interoperability is going to be absolutely key. Omniverse City was built to be a social platform, but less like what you're building, which could be very complementary, and more like World of Warcraft meets The Sims type of, like, we're basically a decentralized massive multiplayer online role-playing game. Like, that's kind of, think about it as like a decentralized Fortnite.
Yeah. One of my business partners on the gaming note that's part of this
Ryan,
is
it has all of the business architecture. So it's e-commerce in 3D, it's metaverse, it's understanding if something needs a money transmitter license. I'm working on the vetting front end. It will be the new version of digital commerce. It's literally like how you go find a blockchain and AI brand that has made it through vetting. It lives in Charlene's ecosystem. And she has a bunch of other commerce components, from medical to cannabis to every other major sector. One day insurance will be in the metaverse. She's building it right with the sales backbone of e-commerce.
Well, I'm always open-minded.
I want to be clear about one thing, though, that really resonated with what you shared, Ryan. Like, I'm not from the blockchain world. And that's why I am very close to Christina and Continuum and their network. I was building a virtual world before the word metaverse was even being used widely. And I followed the metaverse word to the industry because I knew I was building something within that industry, and I wanted to do my part in meeting people so I can understand the culture. And I discovered Web3 right around the time that, like, it was like the rise and fall right before, like a year and a half before the whole FTX scam. So I'm one of those noobs that knows the space, but I haven't really jumped with both feet in. And a lot of people coming in are going to be like me.
Right.
But we're just now starting to consider how we're going to use tokenization to let communities come in and monetize. But I definitely would rely on Christina. Hopefully you and her have met. She's vetted the platform. But if it is fully vetted, I mean, that's a solution that we're looking for.
Yeah, and I'm sure some things that you bring to the table that are definitely that we have not covered yet. I think the biggest thing is getting down to the core of technology with this, and then we've been also blessed to be part of numerous projects that have come and fallen. You know, like it's just all these amazing projects out there, and the people that we met along the way. I mean, all that matters is we cracked this code of the whole entire financial system, and we all went together to where the new currency is love.
And it's funny, there was a token called Love. Dion, you just made me remember.
Of course
that.
there was.
Yeah, I remember that. Love was actually a token, right? Back in the day. But
I own it as a hashtag.
Omniverse City is chain agnostic, but you know, I was telling Christina, I was telling Johnny and Dean earlier today, people that are coming to Omniverse City now are like, let me take a head count of all my social media channels, because I want to actively try to start migrating all of my audiences from TikTok and X and this and that to Omniverse City. And then Omniverse City actually built a membership program. So when you come in, we don't do a token, we have a membership program. So you can monetize through fiat with a membership program.
So how much is a membership program? How's that set up? I'm curious, Charlene.
Well, we have a standard membership for Omniverse City.
Wait, let me jump in. The membership at Continuum is $250 a month or $2,500 a month.
Right.
And if you start going beyond your 50 people in your private data room, Charlene has upsell opportunities and event opportunities and activations that can handle hundreds of thousands of users concurrently.
Yeah.
But to clarify, that's for Continuum members who would be coming in essentially as like platform partners. Think about it like that. It's Ryan, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's say, for instance, one of the platform partners Dean and Johnny are platform partners, but they came in at a different level. So let's say you decided you wanted to build a business in Omniverse City that would be at the 250 level, but now you would be in the Continuum district. So not only do you have a license to basically build your business in the Omniverse City and your community, however that might be, you could be coming in as an artist, you could be coming in as an app developer, you could be coming in as a local business, it doesn't really matter. But when you're in Continuum, you're like in the Continuum group. We're starting to build out that community-based architecture using standard user-based, membership-based programs. Nothing like what you have. This is very basic. This is like an advanced, like, members directory platform, if you will. That's going to be very much like a little bit of Google Business Profile, a little bit of like brilliant directories. Are you following me?
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
However, because we're integrated with Unreal Engine Fortnite, and we're integrating that with our WordPress-based membership ecosystem and our proprietary marketing and sales automation system, which allows you to build your kind of like your own little database and create like your own like marketing and retargeting system. We're going to loop that all back to the user infrastructure, and eventually we definitely want to create gamification, link it with our in-game currency, kind of like the Roblox ecosystem, because we're going to have something, we have something called OCX, Omniverse City Exchange, which is not, it's not a coin, it's just an in-game currency. However, and this is where I'm going to lean on you very heavily, Christina, I am willing to navigate social centric ecosystems where communities can tokenize, just like the type of program that you're talking about, or we can even partner with, like for instance, we're talking to Wax. They have a huge community on Wax. So now they could build a Wax district where, you know, Wax is the main currency. However, and again, Christina, this is where I'm going to need your help. I'm thinking OCX can be kind of like the common denominator, so they could exchange to OCX and then go into another district.
Charlotte, the one thing I want to say.
So we'll pause for a second here.
Can I say one thing on that note real quick on these different cryptocurrencies, please?
Oh, absolutely. I'm on mute.
Okay, what I foresee in this is when people start seeing that, like, let's say we start collaborating with this, with you guys on this project, for example, and they have other currencies within the system, and there's a whole bunch of things building onto this. Like one of my calls today, they have like hundreds of billions of dollars of rubies that they're creating a thing to come onto this, where it's massive commissions going to the people. It's all kinds of stuff there's my point is there's some big money going through this right here. So in our system, it's completely free. And then what happens is the money just starts flowing up. And so that's going to grow the system even bigger. So where I'm going with this is, what does that do to all the other 2.3 plus million different cryptocurrencies in the world? People are going to be cashing out of all their coins and coming into this. And I'll give you a hypothetical why, okay? Because I want to see you guys all make $100 million in the next 2 years or less. And I'll make it very, very simple for you. Let's say you didn't tell anyone even about this, and this is hypothetical. Our coin is hitting the market at the end. I'll be in Thailand. We're launching it out of Thailand. I'll be there on the 25th. And this is when Brock Pierce, the United Nations, everything's going to be known about. That's all being to happen right now. You can see Donald Trump's Jr.'s tweet today, okay? And I'll be with them over there the day after tomorrow on the 9th. What's going to happen is, and I say this humbly, is that these coins, I foresee them becoming sucked dry of liquidity, and it's happened to me numerous times. I mean, like my Hex went from $750,000 down to $75,000, and I lost, $675,000, in the course of overnight almost. So as the word keeps spreading, but here's the hypothetical. Let's say that for $2,000 right now, and I'm not telling you to invest anything in this, hypothetical. We took our analysts and we used ChatGPT in very conservative parameters, and it was nothing to do with all the technologies and stuff like this, very simple, what that coin would do in 3 years, and it said $100 a coin. And so if you had a million of these coins and the coin went to $100, Johnny, can you help me with the math right there, please? A million coins times 100 would be?
Yeah, I was coming in at tens or hundreds of billions, and I got lost.
Okay, I needed a cup of coffee this time of day also. Yeah. It's actually from $2,000, it turns into $100 million. So there's that simple scenario. But we took it a step further and we said, well, what's it going to be conservatively in 5 years? Based off of, it was nothing to take in consideration the stuff I'm sharing with you, all these technologies and bringing the internet to the world and all these other things. It was $1,000 a coin. That means if you put $2,000 into this and that turned into a million coins turned into $1,000, it's $1 billion right there, the potential of that right there. Okay, so it's real. I'm just kind of sharing the tokenomics of this because I think it's important.
What they're doing for the revenue model feels a little MLM, because it's like one person brings in two people, but the math really does tie out. This is basically just a global standard that anyone would be able to participate. And Ryan's correct that this is one of those examples that will move capital markets. And so once it's built and the autonomy and the token ecosystem, but I can tell you guys quantifiably, this is already more utility than the Hex and Pulse chain ecosystem ever had. And it is definitely in the realm of on-chain transactions, basically Walmart for digital assets for the real people. And his main real estate component includes a data center disguised as a mansion. I mean, what's not to love about that when we start applying Good Block and these other people at Continuum?
You guys see the new...
Ryan is untested, but I've known him a few years, and if I'm a part of what he's doing, I feel significantly better knowing I can bring in MacNerd cybersecurity. We can create these global bug bounty programs, and we'll be able to see if there's any market manipulation. Ryan is saying he wants to do this with no market manipulation. I know Brock will understand the capital market sector. We're talking about new banking standards. This is part of, Charlene, what I've been telling you offline about. This is coming. These anchors, these railways, these freeways for payment gateways are happening. It will all happen in new marketplaces.
Yeah.
And I've known Ryan enough years to know that he has the network deep in the OG sector that when they understand the commerce, they'll be like, oh, this is great utility.
I mean, David
Well, I'm gonna
Namdar.
give you
David
guys-
Namdar messaged me today. He owns NFT.com. You know, like these people. We all know some great people. That's why this thing is going to spread so fast, right?
So I'm going to give you guys a challenge. And Ryan, I would go to the omniverse.city just to get a glimpse of what we're building.
Okay.
I know I've thrown a lot
Can
of
you
similarities
demo?
out there.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you in a place, Charlene, where you can screen share and show just a little bit?
Hey, if you don't mind, Christina, I would love to do a one-on-one and take the time to really get in without maybe these
That'd be
guys have already
great.
seen it. I think if that's okay. I would love to take the time with you, Charlene. Is that okay if we do that one-on-one?
Great.
No, it definitely is. However, I needed to bring Johnny and Dean up to speed anyway
Okay, go ahead. Please.
on because they are officially new members of our platform.
Yeah.
So it would give me an opportunity
Okay,
to
yeah.
show them some updates.
Gladly. I just don't see their
Um,
faces, so I can't read facial expressions. I don't want to be the one that's holding
Yeah,
them.
yeah. I'm sorry.
No need to be
I'm
sorry.
in my living room right now, so you'll have to forgive
I'm
me.
glad we get to see
I
I
this
will be
here.
back on
You know-
camera in 2 minutes. Sorry.
Yeah, when these are on late at night, it's really challenging for me